Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers. I've been away for about 3 days. Your boy ate something he should not have ate, or maybe, I was supposed to eat it, but it was clearly not uh, good or something, because I've been sick for the last 3 days. I still feel a little out of it, tired, but you got to keep that ball rolling. We got to keep you guys fed with some great content and new trailers. So I came in today, so if I look a little loopy, didn't shave, look a little rough, didn't even comb my hair, but we're going to get a tour done for you guys today. So I've been doing a lot of couples coaches the last, week or so. And it made me think that I wanted to do a family bunkhouse. So today that's what we're going to be doing. And it's right at that 33 mark, 33 foot mark. So right between 35 and 30, I think is just perfect if you have a large family, because for one, national parks, it starts to get a little hard to get into those parks once you're at that 35 mark. So you're under that. The next thing I like about this floor plan is it's kind of similar to the 270 Surveyor. This is the 27 camp. So it's just a little longer. And what I love about it is you get a couch and a U-shaped dinette. So I think this is the best floor plan for a larger family, and you're wanting to have plenty of space with that separate bedroom and big enough bunks. And I just think there's plenty of room with this big slide too. So while you're all out camping, hanging out, you got plenty of room, obviously outside, but mainly inside. If the weather gets bad, everyone has a place to sit. So this is a 2025 Surveyor 27 camp. This is one of their most affordable travel trailers for a family that they make. We haven't gotten the pricing yet, so if I do get it by the end of this, I will say it. If not, I'll put it in the description, because this thing is going to be super affordable considering all the amazing options and features that it has. So like always, we're going to do the specs first. It takes me 1 minute to do those specs, and then we'll dive inside. Let's go, guys. So the basic specs on this 2025 Surveyor 27 camp. Your unloaded vehicle weight is 6,308 pounds. Your cargo carrying capacity is 1,397 pounds, which brings your potential fully loaded weight to 7,705 pounds. Your hitch weight is 705 pounds. Your exterior length total is 33 feet 4 inches. Your exterior height is 11 feet 3 inches, not including the AC. Your exterior width is 8 feet. Your tanks. Your freshwater tank is 40 gallons. Your gray water tank is 40 gallons. And your black tank is 30 gallons. Your awning size is 20 feet. Let's jump inside. All right, everybody. Now that we got the specs done, let's jump into this beauty. This is such a nice family travel trailer. They are going to do very well this year with these camp series that they're doing. All right. As you can see, there's two doors. We're going to be coming into the front door, which is going to be considered, I guess, the main entrance. And I usually like to start off right where we walk through the door, but I'm going to walk to the left a little bit just so you can see how beautiful this trailer is. One thing I've noticed about the camp series is obviously it is the most affordable trailer that you can get probably in all of the Surveyors, the camp series. I'm trying to figure out where they're able to cut costs so much, and literally the only thing I can find in these Surveyors is you don't get the fancy accented lighting on the slide out. That's literally it. This bad boy has 2 ACs. It's got solar. I don't know what else you would really need in this. It's such a good deal for everything you're getting, with a massive slide out right here in front of me. So as you can see, this is like a super slide where your U-shaped dinette and couches. So if you've watched my other tours on Surveyor, they have a 270 BHLE that just has, I think, like a couch and then like a bar stools over here in front of me. So I like this length a little more for someone that's wanting a bigger bunkhouse for their family, because once you get to that 33 foot mark, you get tons of space, a lot more privacy in the bunks, in the bedroom, and a lot more seating if the family, if it starts to rain and everyone needs to come pile in here. You got to imagine, where the heck is everyone going to sit? And look at all that floor space. Tons of floor space and plenty of places to sit for the whole family. But as you first walk in, we'll always start how I like to. I like to work my way over. This is part of your control panel. I think it's funny. Nobo and Surveyor, they always put like a portion of their control panel in one section and then in the other section. So you have your awnings, your lights, your things like that. You got your AC and heater. Look at that. You even got a remote for your air conditioner. And I believe this main AC here in this room is an 18,000 BTU AC, which is crazy. Usually you'll only get like a 15,000. Yeah, so you can see the 18 right there in the corner. So the first AC is an 18,000 BTU AC, which is plenty for this size of unit. And it works really good once that thing is going. And then this one looks like it is for your thermostat for the heater maybe. Yep, I think so. And then this one's your AC. But that's where some of your control panel is. Behind that, you do have like a little pantry area. This looks like it'd be a good spot for maybe like board games, you know, activities for the family, because this is not the only pantry. Wait till you see this thing. Walked right past it. Look at this. I didn't even notice it when I came in earlier, but bam! Look at that. I could literally stand inside of this and shut the door. I mean, I might, maybe not, but there is tons of room in this thing for snacks. You know, you can even take these out and check it out. Washer and dryer prep, baby. Look at that. So if you want to go on long extended trips with the whole family, you have a place to put your washer, dryer, and this thing is tall. So if you wanted to, you might be able to remove some of these higher ones and then get a stackable washer dryer in this unit. So if you don't need that, I know a lot of families don't always, you know, you're just going to use it for camping once in a while. Look at all of this storage space right here for the whole family. Floor to ceiling storage. I think that is fantastic. This is probably one of the most important things you could look for in a bunkhouse of this size, because if you have this many people coming, you have a lot of mouths to feed, and you're going to have to store all that food somewhere, and I believe that is a fantastic storage area. It is in a little bit of an awkward location, but it's there. In front of me, you got your area for the TV, your entertainment area. You got your backer board right here, so you can hang a pretty good sized TV right here. And then you got a stand right here, and then a little cubby down below, and some more areas maybe for DVDs and stuff like that you want to bring along when you're kicking back, getting comfy at night. Throw a TV on, or a movie on, and you got a good place for the TV. It's in a pretty good spot too. Like for the most part, everyone is kind of angled at it at a good area. Obviously the couch is perfect. Just this person might not be able to see it. But if you buy a nice swivel mount, you could easily, you know, adjust that TV to where you need to see it better. But big TV you could definitely put right there. Behind me is the couch. This does fold into a bed. It's going to be a lot smaller than, you know, sleeping an adult. But you have storage down below, which is great. And then this just folds flat. But you are not going to be sleeping an adult on this. Let's see if I could just show you real quick. Like, look. Oh, yeah. See, look. Yeah, no. This is more for like a child. But, hey, if the kids have friends that are coming along or anything like that, you at least can accommodate them if you have to. You got another space for them. This thing is huge. You got your U-shaped dinette, and it looks like you can actually sit a decent amount of people. You know, get around, play some board games, things like that. Let's see if I could tilt you a little bit. But look, I am 5'7". Not sure if I'm getting in that angle. But look at that. So when you put this bed down, 5'7", you can definitely sleep an adult on this thing. If you have to, you could probably sleep two adults, you know, if they're that close. All you do is pull the poles out, bring this down, and then put the cushions behind me on top of this table, and you have even more additional sleeping space. And if you notice, look, a lot of times with these U-shaped dinettes, this table is like the poles and the table are so close, you can't even sit anyone on this back half of the U-shaped dinette. And look I'm sitting here comfortably. So I think they positioned this table in a good spot to where you can actually utilize the back part of it. In front of me, you got your 10 cubic foot, 12 volt fridge. What do you guys think? I had a guy the other day say, who wants 12 volt fridge? I don't know, I do. I mean, I think they cool so much faster and they are way deeper. I just plugged this into my golf cart, which isn't even charged all the way, and it's already cold. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. Leave in the comments, would you prefer 12 volts or gas electric? There's pros and cons to both. I just personally think this 12 volt is a lot more efficient, and because it's electric, you get a much deeper fridge right there. So separate freezer, separate fridge, 10 cubic feet to the right. Not bad. I mean, you do have a little bit of counter space, and check this out. Well, bam, pull that down, put that there, and then look at that. You got all of that counter space right there. You know, if you're not using anything like the sink or the stovetop, and you're in here cooking some sandwiches and stuff, and you got tons of prep space right here to get, you know, a snack going for lunch. But when you are using this, you just fold this back right here. You got your 3 top burner with your backsplash. You got your fancy lights. How about that? And then your igniter is over here to the left, so that's how you'll light it, so you don't have to use a match or a lighter. But plop that back over, and then you have a nice place to, you know, prep some more food for everyone, as well as this nice cutting board. I don't think I'd ever use this. Like, I would just, it looks nice, you know? I don't know, I'm weird like that. I'm the type of person that still has his, I still have the plastic over my radio from my 2019 vehicle I bought new, and it's still on there. So I'd probably save that and keep that just looking nice. But you got a huge farm style sink. Farm style, I know it's not a real one. It's just what the industry calls it. But metal sink, metal faucet, good size. You can actually do some dishes in there. Like I said, you got a lot of mouths to feed, so doing the dishes, you want it to be as easy as possible, with a place to do your, put your dish rack right here, your drying rack. You do have some storage down below. That's pretty decent. Let's see, that one's good size. I always try to put my hand in areas just so you get some sort of sense of what the storage is, even though you don't know the length of my arm. So they got more storage there for like pots and pans. And then this does not have the oven on it. So, you know, we get a mixture of people that want it and don't. But you got some drawers right here. You know, plenty of room to bring all your cooking utensils and stuff like that. And then above that, you got a microwave and convection. Ooh, it's an air fryer. That's a huge plus. I'm a huge fan of the air fryers. Now, at first, I had to act all macho, like, no, I'm only gonna grill stuff. Once you use an air fryer, you'll be a fan too. So, convection and air fryer with the fan light combo right there. And look at all this. Look at this cabinetry. Doesn't it look good with the glass inlay? I always say this: Surveyor and Nobo, they always have the best color schemes, even with like their nice gold accented handles right there. Here's a nice little area for your bowls, plates, cups, things like that. I'm not doing too bad. I'm telling you, I feel out of it. I not getting enough sleep definitely makes me feel weird. And I've been up the last 2 days, 2 nights, you know. Whatever messed my stomach up did not let me sleep. So I'm a little out of it. But even like the little details of like the hidden hinges right here that aren't exposed, the raised beveled edges on your cabinetry, like it's just the small things that you tend to not notice on trailers that, you know, Surveyor does. Even on your door, you know, instead of just a flat door, they just kind of accent it a little bit. And I that's why I appreciate Surveyor so much. As you can see, we got some massive bunks back here. These are huge. I have the specs of these. So these bunks are going to be 44 by 74. So massive bunks right here. And you got a window on both of them, which kind of sounds like every trailer should have that, but they don't. Usually you have the back cave down here without a window, but on Surveyor, they're giving you a window on both. They do both open, but that is your emergency exit. You also have some privacy curtains right here, which again, Might not seem like a big deal, but a lot of companies will, you know, try to cut costs with that, as well as putting a ladder, which I think is crazy. That should be something you have to add if you're putting bunk beds in a trailer. Like, what are you supposed to do? Put a crash pad on the floor and tell your kids to jump off? So this already has a nice secure ladder. You don't have to worry about it falling over or the slide out crushing it. So it's actually fastened to those bunks right there. And then this is fantastic storage. Look at that. How nice is that? I mean, shoot, you could even put another pad down here and sleep another kid. I wouldn't mind. But you got some great storage. As you can see, this is another area where maybe they were able to help a little bit with the cost. You don't have that back door right here. But if I am able to give you the price point on this, you'll see they give you a lot for what the price is. You got plenty of USB and standard plugs right here, up in there on that bunk, as well as another one up here. So each bunk has plenty of plugs. You know, if the kids bring their laptop, their iPad, things like that they're not supposed to bring when they're out camping and enjoying nature, but you got you got plugs right there. You know, if they start freaking out and they want to play on their iPads. In the kitchen, I always like to point out kitchen plugs because that is important. It looks like that is your only plug. You know, it's not terrible. I mean, at least they gave you one and it's near the prep space. So you got one plug there. And let's see if we have another plug somewhere. Looks like you have one plug. This one will be more for the people that sit here. And then you do have a plug over here by the couch. So they are giving you at least plugs in every area that people are going to sit and kick back. Look at how massive these windows are. Bam, boy, look at that. Let in some natural light, or if you got a view, look at how massive those are. I always like to point this out though. These do not open. So me personally, I'd rather have the bigger windows that don't open than have smaller windows that do open, especially because this thing has an 18,000 BTU AC. You're not going to have to worry about it getting cool in here. Those windows are awesome. You know, if you're out at the lake, you're out in the forest, you get those, put those shades up and you can see the view. I love it. So let's go into the bathroom. This is another thing I like. Oh yeah, stick with me. Before we go outside, I'm going to show you how amazing this thing is for travel mode. It is probably the best family bunkhouse I've found that is travel mode perfect, like 100% thumbs up on that. So as we come into the bathroom, look at that. There's where your second door comes in. And how nice is that going to be if you're out at the lake, or you know the kids are getting dirty and it's just a mess. They can come in and out of the bathroom without tracking everything through the trailer. You have an actual door right there. And the floor space is really good on this trailer. I'm the type of person that will always sit on these toilets, and I encourage you to also, because you want to make sure you got that leg room. And shoot, you could just open this door right up and just I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry. And then your shoulder room right here, not bad. Like I said, excuse me, I've been a little sick the last 3 days, but this is not bad. I think most people will be comfortable with this. You know, the shoulder room. To the left of me, you got your sink, good enough to wash your hands and brush your teeth, do what you got to do. You got a little storage down below with access to the plumbing. This does not have a medicine cabinet. This is just the mirror. And then behind me is the shower, and you have a ton of headspace in this thing, not only because of the skylight, but for some reason it feels like these ceilings are a little higher. Look at this. I am 5'7". Look at all that headroom I got. Tons of headspace. I can actually kind of move around in here. As you can see, not bad. It's pretty good. The skylight helps a lot. So if you're taller, you're giant, this shower is gonna be perfect for you. Got a little area to hang your towels. You got the big fart fan. Look at those blades on that thing. So you can either open the door up completely or you got this fan that has 4 speeds. Sometimes they're tiny. The fans are so small they don't do nothing. So like the big fart fan, I'd say this bathroom is a winner. If I was looking at a bunkhouse for a family, Like, let's say I had 3 kids and their friends were going to come along. I feel like I would want a door to the bathroom. It just makes it really convenient for everyone getting in and out. You know, if you have kids running in and out all the time, that could get annoying. Right here is the rest of your control panel. So like I said, it's split. So you have your water heater, water pump. You flip a switch, it'll do its thing. You have your readings right here. Oh, my battery's low on the golf cart. And then you got one plug here. This does have a tankless water heater. Yeah. So take as long of a shower as you want, as long as you got the water. What's cool is I was always concerned about these tankless water heaters because I always thought, like, you know, it's hard to find that nice middle warm. And the other day I had a customer tell me you can pick the temperature you want before doing anything. So like he said that he had him and his wife, she obviously liked scorching hot lava and he didn't. So they had them both set up separately and you just pick and then you get your water to the temperature you want, the same every single time. So that's the Gerard tankless water heater, I believe. That's really cool. I like that. As you can see, your heater vents are all in the side walls, which I like because you don't have to worry about rocks and dirt and stuff falling in there and, you know, driving you nuts at night. So what do you guys think? Pretty nice. So we're going to go to the main bedroom now. As you can see, we got a sliding door. Not sure if it's a pocket, but it's a sliding door, and that's a win in my book versus a swinging door that's going to take a lot of space. And this thing is wide, man. Jesus. Look at this. Huge door to get in and out. It's not super claustrophobic. So that gives you a lot of extra space versus the swinging door. And bam, look at that. This might be an RV queen. Ooh, no, it's a 60 by 80. So this is a true residential size queen. The reason I like that is because, you know, let's face it, RV mattresses aren't always the most comfortable. So if you wanted to, you can switch this out for a residential queen. If it's an RV queen, it'll be 6 inches shorter. As you can see, you got tons of storage up and around this bedroom right here, as well as plugs, USB-C and standard plugs. These are both the same on both sides, so I'll just open this side just so you can see. Pretty standard. Those are kind of small, but not bad. Little area, wardrobe to hang some shirts and stuff. And then you have this up above. I don't mind this, but it's kind of annoying. You got basically storage across the whole top, right up there. So the storage is not bad. You even have some cubbies behind here, like behind the wardrobe. So if you're like me and you need to have water all night long, you got a cup holder right there. And then you got that little hole right there. So if you want to charge your phones and stuff, you got plugs right there. See, it's just the thought, you know, the headboard. It's just the thought that counts. You got another cubby up there, as well as reading lights above that you can turn off individually. Oh, let's see if I can get 60 by 80. That's nice. And it's a north-south queen, so you can actually get in and out of bed with no problem. So if you're also like me and you get up in the middle of the night constantly, this is going to be kind of convenient to make the bed as well. If you wanted to hang a TV, you can. So there's the backer board right here, and then all your plugs are above. The one thing you always got to be careful with, oh no, this one stops. I've had some of them, you got to be careful because this door will slide and then hit the thermostat, but it looks like they put a bumper or a stopper there, so you don't do that. And you got a 13.5 BTU AC just dumping straight into this bedroom, so you're going to be nice and cool in this thing. So this does have solar on the roof, and I believe this one's 100-watt solar. Yep, you got a 100-watt solar panel, a 30-amp solar controller, and it's prepped for the inverter. So that solar isn't going to run anything. It's just going to trickle charge your batteries, which is nice. So if you're out in the high mountains and you don't need to run that AC, all you really got to do is, you know, run your lights and stuff so you can have those batteries recharging with the solar on the roof. And let's see, this does not, one thing that this does not have, so any of the camp series, they do not have the tank heaters. So the next step up, you would get the tank heaters if you like to camp in cold weather. So that is one area maybe they kind of cut some cost. But you can always add tank heaters in the future if you decided you wanted to camp in cold weather. Let's go outside and check out some of the stuff out here. If my stuff, there we go. Okay. I like to pause in front of this panel right here. I try to cover everything, but I'm feeling a little wonky today, so just in case I miss anything. This is I'll get into the construction here in a bit, but start at the front. Stick with me because I am going to talk about construction. I take it back. So you got your electric tongue jack, you got dual propane tanks, your battery disconnect. So when you store it, you just turn off your batteries. That's going to be super helpful. And over here, check out this storage. Look, you even got the magnets. Bam. Look at all that storage. Tons of storage. And one thing I want to point out to you is, do you notice all of this aluminum? Surveyor is one of the companies that they aluminum frame their front wall, their back wall, there's both side walls, the roof, and the floor. So when you're looking around at trailers, always ask the sales guy, is it 6-side aluminum framed? If not, it's mixed with wood. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, but if you're going to pay for it, know what you're paying for. This is a 6-side aluminum frame trailer. It's going to be a lot lighter. That's what's keeping that weight down. And if you notice, even like the wood is treated wood. It's not particle board and cheap. So the construction, in my opinion, is a huge factor if I was purchasing one. So I'm going to get into how they do the walls too once we walk around this, because that's important. Ooh, look, you got the glass door. It's a little dirty, sorry. You can't see through it, but it looks really nice. And I have not had one broken yet. So they're all, a lot of people are concerned, like, what if it breaks? I haven't had one break yet, just so you guys know. They didn't skimp out on you. You got solid steps on the front door and the back door. So these just fold right into the doorway. Down here, obviously dual axle, pretty standard. It looks like this is usually where you would hang a griddle, this little railing, but I didn't see the box inside. I'm just gonna bet that this does have the griddle cooktop, and then it ties right into your propane lines right here to the front. And then you got hot and cold water right here. So spray off the dog, the kid, whoever's made a mess. You got black tank flush to clean out your tanks. And then if we come back here, it does not have a receiver. So that is another thing that I'm seeing. Maybe they cut a little bit of cost. You know, on the other ones, you do get a receiver. So that's one thing you're not getting on that. Tank heaters, receiver, and can't remember. That's pretty much it, really. Oh yeah, and the fancy lights that are on the slide out. It does not have a ladder, but it is a fully walk-on roof. Back here, you got some more storage, I'm assuming. Oh, nice. That's a perfect spot for chairs, maybe fishing poles. That might be, maybe if the poles break down. So pretty decent storage back here. And then this is a 50 amp plug. So there's your plug right there, because of the 2 ACs. And then you got your city water. This does look like it has a rack and pinion slide, which are fantastic. Oh, you know what I need to do before you guys leave? I need to shut the slide so you guys could see how amazing travel mode is. Let's go do that right now. So travel mode, if you don't know what travel mode is, that's when you're going down the road and you want to make sure you can access certain areas of the trailer. Wait till you see this. Travel mode. This might be the best travel mode trailer I've seen for this length. Okay, let's put the slide in. So like I was saying, this is a rack and pinion slide. Hopefully my golf cart can handle putting this in. It's got it. My battery's low. But this is a through frame slide, also known as a rack and pinion slide. And the great thing about those slides is you are allowed, or you can put them out partially. They're also super easy to lubricate. There's just some spray you can get and just spray it every so often. But you're not going to have to worry about putting the slide out partially with this trailer. Look at how perfect travel mode is on this bad boy. So if you're going down the road, you and the family, let's say one of the kids needs to use the bathroom, it's an emergency. Well, for one, there's a door, which is fantastic. But if you stop off to get groceries, you can come over here, open the fridge up, load the fridge up with groceries, or if you're stopping off, you want to make sandwiches or anything like that, you can get to everything. So I just wanted to show you how great this travel mode is. I think it's one of the best ones for this size of unit. Let me tell you how these walls are made, because this is important. So there's two ways that you can make these trailers. So the outer layer is going to be fiberglass, and then it'll either be Luan or it'll be Asdel, which is a composite that is impervious to water. And then it'll go rigid block foam, and then it'll go your aluminum, and then the inner walls. You know, Luan is just a wood sheet that goes across. It is not, obviously wood is not waterproof. And if you've ever noticed trailers, they start to bubble and they start to look really nasty looking. What that means is that water has literally gotten into the walls and now it is separating. So that's what they call delamination. What Surveyor does is they actually put that composite in the walls, so it's impervious to water. I love that word. So if that's important to you, they do not put Luan underneath that fiberglass. They do use Asdel, which is definitely going to help, you know, the life of your trailer. You still need to take care of it regardless of what you get. Make sure your joints are all good. There's no way water can get in. But Surveyor does use composite material known as Asdel behind this fiberglass. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour, and I appreciate you guys being easy on me, hopefully. I do feel a little under the weather. I'm like overheating. I think I need to get some water in me. But really nice trailer for the family. I did not get the pricing yet, so when I do get it, I'll put it in the description. But I promise you, given that it's 33 feet, it's 6-side aluminum framed, it's got solar, prepped for inverter, it's got the 10 cubic foot fridge. It's got a perfect travel mode layout where you can access everything on it. And it's also got composite Asdel on the inner walls underneath that fiberglass. So even though the price is affordable, it's not a cheap trailer. Like, they built this really well. It's like the inner walls are built well, which I always think is very important. You know, other than it just looking pretty, which it does. You know, the inside walls are built well. It's got the aluminum framing and that Asdel to help with any delamination issues. So I hope you enjoyed that tour. I try to do a new tour every single day, whether it's a 60-second short or a long form tour. Unless I eat some bad sushi, then I might be out for a couple days, but I'll be back. So definitely subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You have no idea how much it helps me mentally. Like I always say, man, it helps me mentally because I do all of the thumbnails, all of the editing, the filming on top of doing my normal sales job. So knowing that you guys are getting benefit out of it and some sort of value is huge for me. It makes me really happy. I'm super passionate about this. Like, I'm about this life. Like, this isn't a front. This isn't just something that I do just because I have to. I do it because I really do enjoy getting you guys all excited to hopefully get out and buy a trailer and explore with your family. So we'll be back tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.